Hello and welcome to week 10. We had another jam-packed week this week, so let's kick things off with Tom in Cambodia.
Good morning, YouTube. So today I'm in Phnom Penh in Cambodia. Lottie hasn't arrived yet. She's flying in tonight. But today, me, my mum and my dad, which is cool to have them out here, we're going to the killing fields, and then we are also going to do a food tour in this afternoon / this evening. We're going to go to local markets and stuff. So yeah, today's going to be a really fun day. It's so emotional here and so sensitive that I don't really want to film and talk about loads of things to camera, so I'll capture some clips but probably just do a voiceover.
The Killing Fields and Genocide Museum were eye-opening experiences. A little bit of history. Pol Pot, the leader and Prime Minister at this time, wanted to transform Cambodia into a self-sufficient society, and as a result wanted no rich or highly educated people in the country. Because of this, he targeted his own people in the city of Phnom Penh, taking those to get tortured and killed at fields outside of the city, now known as the Killing Fields. It's crazy to think that this mindset, alongside horrific torturing, happened only 40 to 50 years ago in the 70s and ended in 1979. The city is very much back on its feet, which is amazing to see and testament to the Cambodian people.
Meanwhile, back in Bangkok, Gabby and I decided to spend our last day playing tourists and jumped on this hop-on, hop-off boat to see all the major sights of the city from the water. Although this was super touristy, I think it's such a great way to see Bangkok if you don't have long there. Plus, it's so cheap. It only cost us £3 each for a day pass. Because we had to get to the airport in the afternoon, we only had time to get off once before going for lunch. So we chose to see the flower market, as we'd already been to the Grand Palace, which you would have seen in the last video. It is extremely hot today. This must be the hottest day I've had in Thailand so far. It is ridiculous. Anyway, we got off the boat, first stop. It wasn't the first stop, but the first time we got off, to try and find what was the flower market, and we ended up in a local market that it wasn't a flower market. Anyway, we finally found it, and it's very pretty, lots of plants and flowers, so right on my street. We're on another ferry now. We literally are just getting from one side of the river to just over here, and we're going to go for lunch. We are going to go to Capra Cafe, which is where Tom and I went when we first got to Bangkok, which we loved, so I had to take Gabby there just to show her how amazing it is. We've finished our little day out now. It's been lovely, and now we are on the way to the airport. We're going to say our goodbyes. Gabby's going to go back to China, and I am going to go and meet Tom and his family in Cambodia. So I'm all checked in now. We're waiting at the gate. Funny enough, Gabby and I have actually got the same gate, even though we're going to different places, so that's quite weird. Gabby's flight leaves she starts boarding in 5 minutes, and then I'm about an hour and a half after her. So yeah, we're just sat here chilling, a little bit angry because I've been completely ripped off with my baggage. When we booked the flight, I didn't pay for baggage. We booked the flight back in the UK, and I didn't know how heavy my bags were going to be. So tried to add my bags online last night, and it wasn't letting me do it. Got to the airport, when I looked online, it said it was £40, but it just wouldn't let me add it on. I got here and they charged me £133 for a 27 kg case. Literally livid. So angry about it, but the only thing that makes me feel better is my flight was only £40, so at least that's something, but still it's more than 3 times my flight. Anyway, never mind. So I've arrived, I'm in Cambodia and back with Tom. Woo! I don't know why, but I was really nervous about that flight. I think because I was flying on my own. I was shaking and I felt really anxious. My heart was tight. I'm scared of flying anyway, but I've not been that bad, and I've done a million flights on my own. But actually ended up being a really, really smooth flight. Super quick to get through security and immigration. And about half an hour drive and I'm here, and we just had a drink with Tom's mum and dad. It's so lovely to see people from home. And then I think you've been on...
Yeah, I went on a food tour earlier, so we'll put some clips of that. But that was a really, really good experience. Good to see
went into places that you just would walk straight past as a tourist, just because there's loads of locals in there, or maybe it doesn't look so great from the outside because it doesn't look like a restaurant, market stall, etc. But that's the great thing. We did a little kind of food tour in Chiang Mai, and it was amazing. So yeah, really recommend to do that if you're in like a new country or whatever. So
Also, I've got here, and my mum has sent over even more stuff. Take a look at this. More chocolates and sweets. And we've both got a present each from my mum and dad. And then I've got a present from Tom's mum and dad. So we're going to open those now.
Good morning, it's the 7th of January and we've come to the Royal Palace in Phnom Penh. This place looks incredible. We've only been here for 5 minutes, so a lot more to explore. We're here for like half a day tour, private tour, which has been really, really nice so far and super educational. And then later on this evening we're going to a sunset bar, nice little rooftop and restaurant, and hopefully going to the night market.
We are now at the National Museum of Cambodia and it is very red. What do you think?
very red.
That's what I said. We're not actually going inside this one, we're just going to walk around outside because it is very impressive, but it kind of gives me a bit of a Mulan vibe. I know it's a totally different country, but it's just the spikes on the roof.
They're releasing you. Good luck on the way. I think they're quite happy. Yeah. We saved 4 little birds today. That's good.
So those birds are all kept in a cage down here. It's pretty sad, but supposedly you're meant to release them and it's meant to bring you good luck and you send your wish out. Well, I didn't want to hold them, you have to hold them, but Tom did it purely because we just want to release the birds. I don't know, it feels a bit funny. So we're finished at the temple and we are now at the central market, which is huge. So let's have a little look around.
Banana sticky rice.
Just walking through the food market bit. It's absolutely chaos in here. All types of food, all types of meat, all fresh, which is great, but it's just like quite overwhelming at the same time.
The tour's done. We're in a tuk-tuk on the way back to our hotel. We're going to dunk ourselves in the pool because it is hot today. And then I think the plan is to do a rooftop bar later and dinner. So after a quick freshen up, we have come to lunch at a place called Garage Sale, and it's really cool. It's sort of, I don't know if you can hear in the background, it's sort of an American, vintage American style. We've got these old school games down there, like controllers, and up here you've got all these number plates. Good evening, we are just on our way to Moon Rooftop Lounge. We had a lovely time overlooking the city with our drinks. Afterwards, we headed to yet another market before going for dinner.
Good morning, it's now the 8th of January. Last night we went for a really nice curry just around the corner from the hotel and just passed out. We were so tired and had to go early today. We've now got a 4-hour ride ahead of us to Siem Reap, private transfer with my mum and dad, so let's go do that.
After a few hours of driving out of the city and into the Cambodian countryside, we took our first stop for lunch at this beautiful spot, and I introduced Mum and Dad to their first taste of mango sticky rice. Safe to say they loved it. And then it was back on the road for the next few hours.
We just stopped off at this huge bridge, and this was built over 900 years ago. They don't allow any cars to go across it now because it's literally probably a little bit wobbly. But this bridge was built with nothing in between. So it's literally just rock on rock on rock on rock, and that's it. No cement or nothing holding it together, apart from simply its weight. And also the water right now is very, very low, but in rainy season it goes up all the way to the top of the arches. literally up to here, which is crazy.
So with just about 1 hour to go until we reached Siem Reap, we decided to take a diversion to a floating village called Kompong. This village is situated on the east side of Tonle Sap Lake, and it was fascinating to see how these people lived. The houses inside of this village are all on stilts. Now we were visiting during dry season, so you could see all of the stilts as the water level was very, very low. But during rainy season, the water goes all the way up to the front door of their houses, hence the name Floating Village. So after getting a boat out to Tonle Sap Lake, we decided to head back and continue the adventure to Siem Reap. It just so happened to be that when we got back to the car, it was school closing time and all of the kids were absolutely fascinated by us, running up to us and running around us, laughing, joking and giving us high fives. It was actually a really fun and adorable moment. After hopping back in the car, it was just a 1 hour journey until we finally reached Siem Reap. Lottie and I dropped our bags and we headed straight out to the famous pub street.
Good morning, it's the 9th of January, we're in the back of a tuk-tuk, hence the hair going absolutely everywhere. We've got a big bag of laundry down here, so we're going to do some chores this morning. Then I think we're just going to explore the city and have a look at Siem Reap.
Laundry's been dropped off now and we have come to the village bakery for lunch. We ordered a bagel each and we also ordered a fudge cake which has arrived before our bagels. So the temptation of not eating it now is hard. Let's see how well our discipline can be.
We'll see.
Food has arrived. And we didn't eat the cake.
So after that delicious lunch and that chocolate brownie cake as well, that was really, really nice.
Yeah.
We both went for a massage just up the road. I ended up going for a foot massage, which is now my new favorite thing to do. And you got a Swedish full body massage. So yeah, both of those for an hour, super relaxing and unsurprisingly very, very good in Asia as well. So we're definitely going to be doing more of those while we're out here. Now we've come back to the hotel. We're sat on our rooftop and we just watched the beautiful sunset, and which has been really, really nice. Grabbed a beer. We're now going to go and get changed, go and meet up with mum and dad, and we're going to take them down through Pub Street in Siem Reap. Now if you know what Pub Street is like in Siem Reap, if you've been there before, it's yeah, you'll know what an experience it can be. So that should be some fun for them to see, and then we just walk around some night markets to see where the night takes us. Afternoon, we're currently on our walking tour. We just stopped off at this really nice local Cambodian market. But last night we had a really lovely time on Pub Street with mum and dad. Showed them that street, that busy street, and sat there, had a couple of drinks, and after we grabbed some food. And then that really concluded our night. We just went back and chilled. And then this morning we've done some errands. We picked up our laundry, which you'll see, really packed up lovely.
We've just pulled out all of our clothing from the laundrette that we mentioned earlier, and just look how good everything is packed.
All of my boxes are like the most neatly rolled they've ever been. All of the socks are paired perfectly. All of our t-shirts are folded perfectly. Everything smells great. All of this for just $15. I think that's a bargain.
Now we've just come on a free walk. Well, actually it's not free, it cost us £4, but for a walking tour around Siem Reap, and we just finished up at this Cambodian market.
Just stopped off at the bar that we were at yesterday. The walking tour was great. It was really interesting. We saw quite a lot. Had a little rummage around the old market, and then we're just gonna have a drink here before we go for dinner.
So I ordered a beer, Lottie ordered a Coke Zero, and the guy bought Lottie the beer. Hey, you never know, you never know. Cheers. We just finished our last meal at An fully vegetarian restaurant just outside of Siem Reap. It was our last meal with my mum and dad. They've now left in a little tuk-tuk and they are flying to Vietnam tomorrow. So that's going to be fun for them. We are staying in Siem Reap for the next 3 weeks until our visa runs out, basically. Really love the city. It's quite small, so we're going to stay here, I think, for that period of time. So now we're just going to head home and chill, and then tomorrow we're going to Angkor Wat, so that's going to be super fun.
It's Angkor Wat day! We were so excited to go here. Everyone kept telling us such incredible things. When we got there, straight away, we were completely mesmerised. It was just incredible. Our guide told us lots of different myths and stories about the carvings on the wall and the history of it all. She told us that they made it the 8th wonder of the world, and because it's protected by UNESCO, no other buildings in Siem Reap could be as tall as it. And to be honest, I really didn't think it would be that tall, but when we were walking down these steep steps from the highest point, I can definitely say it's tall. We spent a couple of hours roaming Angkor Wat before heading over the bridge to the ancient city, followed by Bayon Temple, which our guide called it Smiles Temple. I didn't know what to expect with the rest of the ruins, but this one was really impressive.
We are currently at a lunch break at the Angkor Wat site, and this place has been incredible. We left mum and dad yesterday. They flew to Vietnam to continue their travels for the remaining couple of weeks. Yeah, we're going to finish up in Angkor Wat right now, and then I think later on we're just going to find a restaurant, chill out, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
After lunch, we went to the ruins where Tomb Raider was filmed. Ta Prom, I think it's pronounced. There were so many small passageways, and the most incredible thing here were the roots of the trees that had grown into the buildings. I can honestly say I've never seen anything like that. Our guide told us that these trees are most likely only going to last another 50 odd years, which may mean the ruins won't be around much longer. Overall, this tour was incredible. Filled with so many myths and so much history, we just had the best day, but by the end of it, we were totally wiped out.
We're just heading to a Mexican restaurant for some dinner. Angkor Wat tour. This brochure is hopping. Angkor Wat tour absolutely tired us out. So we can both really fall asleep right now, but night must continue. So we're going to a Mexican restaurant, as I said, and then we're probably just going to go back and sleep straight after that. Hopefully we get there in one piece.
Totally forgot to film our food again, but yeah, nice Mexican meal. Probably won't go back. It was quite pricey compared to other meals that we've had. So yeah, we've just secured our Oreos, so we're gonna have those when we get back and just chill for the rest of the night. We're super tired after the Angkor Wat tour. It's only like 8:30, but I could quite honestly fall asleep now.
Yeah. Good morning, it's the 12th of January, and today we are sadly checking out of one residence, this hotel behind us. So we've been here for a week, but we are still staying in Cambodia, so that's good fun. We've got to get this huge amount of luggage onto one tuk-tuk, so that's going to be a challenge. And then we're checking into our new hostel called Lovely for next week.
We did it. We managed to get all the suitcases onto the tuk-tuk, and it's actually quite roomy. I'm really shocked. I thought we'd be on top of each other, but we're doing it. So on to Lovely. The check-in at Lovely is done, and we kind of didn't really know what to expect for Lovely because we were a bit worried with it being a hostel that it maybe be a bit loud, a bit boisterous, but it's got really good vibes. Our room's really nice. We've obviously got a private room instead of a dorm. The room's really nice. The pool area's really nice. They actually have a co-working space, which we didn't know, so that's a little bonus. So yeah, we spent the last hour just unpacking. We're going to try and maybe settle there for the rest of the time we're in Siem Reap. We've only booked a week, but we're going to give it till the end of the weekend. If we feel like we still like it, then we'll just stay here the remainder of the time. It's just nice to be settled somewhere. And now we are heading to the only vegan restaurant in Siem Reap for lunch. So we have just finished our dinner at, I want to say it's called Benel's?
For now?
Benel, something like that.
It's a vegetarian restaurant and it's so good, and the cheapest food that we've had so far in Cambodia. I think each dish is like $3-4. It's no more than $4, so it's super cheap. It was lovely. We were going to go down and socialise in the hostel and have a couple of drinks, but yet again we decide we're old and boring. We just want to chill upstairs. There's always tomorrow.
I'm gonna hang out by the pool tomorrow, I think, aren't we? So.
Have a nice chilled day by the pool, and I mean, most likely we'll just end up extending this place because it's a pretty decent place to stay.
Thanks for watching. Join us next time for more adventures in Siem Reap.